Good morning. Welcome back to Bible and Blues. And it is a rainy Thursday, the first rainy day we've had in a little while. I didn't really overslept. I just felt a little lazy this morning. And hang on a second here. My good brother here wants to come and say hi to my video. This is my brother Jarvis right here.
Hi, God is good all the time.
All the time.
That's right.
I was just about to do my Bible reading. What's happening, brother?
Hey, man, God is good all the time, man.
Yeah.
I got a reprieve.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 days. Track down the landlord.
Yep.
Within a 10-mile area radius of what I need, can use. I got to call them when working hours are available.
Yep.
And hopefully, good prayers will be out there and maybe
Yeah.
it'll be successful.
Pray for my brother Jarvis. He's in a housing situation, and has been for a little while now. He hasn't been completely homeless, but he's been kind of couch surfing with his woman. So
yeah, we couch, bedroom, garage, basement surfing.
that's right. And
Y'all been there. Stop playing.
Hey, yeah, we've all
And
been.
don't
there.
act like you can't get back there with 2 missed checks.
That's right. So always pray because you know what? You don't know what that person who's having tough times doing. All right, Jarvis, I'll see you in there, brother.
Okay.
All right. So so that's Jarvis, man, and he's a man that needs your prayers just as much as everybody else does, and just a little more so right now. So if you say a prayer for Jarvis, he's a good man, working hard, doing the right thing, finding himself in a little tough spot here as far as housing is concerned, and so we want to kind of help him out if we can with prayer. And if you know somebody in the Tacoma region who has a place for rent at a very pretty reasonable rate, let me know, because Tacoma, Washington is where he's at. So we're doing Psalm 119. I got to kind of jump right into it here because I have to go to work here shortly. So we're going to do Aleph. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that one. This one here I'm not going to mispronounce. And Beth. All right. So we're going to do those two, and so I think it's kind of cool. My Bible actually has Hebrew symbols in it, Hebrew letters in it, before the words, before the names. So, without further ado, blessed are they whose ways are blameless, who walk according to the law of the Lord. Blessed are they who keep his statutes and seek him with all their hearts. They do nothing wrong. They walk in his ways. You have laid down precepts that are to be fully obeyed. Oh, that my ways were steadfast in obeying your decrees. Then I would not be put to shame when I consider all your commands. I will praise you with an upright heart as I learn your righteous laws. I will obey your decrees. Do not utterly forsake me. In Beth we read, how can a young man keep his way pure? By living according to your word. I seek you with all my heart. Do not let me stray from your commands. I have hidden your word in my heart that I may not sin against you. Praise be to you, O Lord. Teach me your decrees. With my lips I recount all the laws that come from your mouth. I rejoice in following your statutes as one rejoices in great riches. I meditate on your precepts and consider your ways. I delight in your decrees. I will not neglect your word. So in the reading this morning, we actually see two sides of this. On the one side, we have blessed are people who are keeping his statutes, and a person who says, "Oh, that my ways were steadfast in obeying your decrees," and just pleading that he can do these things. Then I would not be put to shame when I consider all your commands. And that read to me like somebody who knows what he should do, and knows he's messing up, and he's praying to God, please help me with these things, and which personally I do as well. I mean, help me to follow every night. One of the, part of my prayer is praying that I can follow His word, and that I can to help me have the right words to speak to other people. And then Beth, we actually see somebody who is describing, how do you do this? How do you do this keeping His ways? And this is and somebody who's doing a better job with it and feels fairly strongly about how they're doing with it. I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. Praise be to you, Lord, O Lord, teach me your decrees. And mind you, this is written for Old Testament decrees and statutes. However, we've the different sides of the coin of Christianity of following is there are some who say that we don't have to follow the old laws at all. Um, uh, my personal belief is that if you're following Jesus and you're doing as he wrote, you are following the laws as they were intended. Um, you might not have the curls in your hair. You might not be stoning people as punishment. All of Leviticus might have some issues in there. So, we can talk about that. So, on a side note, we talked about Jarvis, my coworker. Please pray for him and actively seek prayer for him and anybody else who you may know that's in this kind of a situation, because it's difficult. It's difficult when you're there. And he's right. We've all been there. We've been there where. Well, for me, it was in my 20s and actually just pre-20s a little bit, where you just I lived in my car for periods of time because that's all I had, and I was couch surfing. I was in between, fortunately, I didn't have a family at the time. But like I say, most of us are really only 2 paychecks away from a really dire situation. And 2 paychecks, I'm missing my mortgage payment. Suddenly I have to figure out how I'm going to double up on my mortgage. Things like that. And so these are these are true facts. I mean, most of us don't have much in savings, and so when bad things happen for him, I know the story behind it. He was in a house. The house was not in good shape, but it was what he could afford at the time. And he ended up having to leave because the house actually was condemned. He was renting it, and the landlord there was all kinds of problems. You flush the toilet, the water, just because of poor plumbing, the water would come up into the tub. And so it's like, if you think about that, I mean, you're not going to stand there in bare feet. You're certainly not going to take a bath in that tub. You're going to be wearing flip-flops and taking a shower in your own shower. Okay, I mean, that's usually something that you practice when you go to the gym, so you don't get athlete's foot from the guy from the other guy. So, these are this is a situation he's in. Other thing I want to kind of mention real quick. I'm already 7.5 minutes in this video, which I'm running out of time. So yesterday I put out a video about a situation that I had on Facebook with an atheist, and I was kind of refuting his opinion, and I did it in the comment as well, and he chose not to come back, and there were a few more comments, and I would type something and backspace a lot. I decided to leave it alone at that point in time, because I would type something out, and it's like, you know what, you're starting to sound like a jerk, so backspace for that whole thing comment out, right? Because I don't want to sound like a jerk. So I did get a comment on that one from a person who has offered to have a discussion with me, to talk about it. Okay, whether that's going to be a debate, or is that going to be a formal thing, or is that going to be a Skype thing, or over a cup of coffee thing, I have no idea if it'll even happen. I have no idea. But he offered, and I'm inclined to accept. I would like to have friendly conversations with people who have points of view different than me, and find out, because his claim was that I was misrepresenting atheists, and my point was that I was only dealing with that situation and that comment in that frame. However, I'd be happy to. I'm actually looking forward to an opportunity to discuss things with an atheist, and have and it's just going to be my luck that his actual name is Sam Harris or something like that, and who has debated people and has a PhD and has read 10 times what I've ever read. So that would be a kind of embarrassing debate for me, wouldn't it? So those kind of but that's happened, and I did click on his avatar, and he doesn't have any videos uploaded, but that's okay. Just because not everybody's up for being behind the camera, and I fully accept that. So my other channel, I've actually started to upload a couple of things over there. I'm actually moving some of my secular stuff, the gameplay. I'm actually duplicating it over there. A little bit at a time. I have a couple over there, and it is Live to Explore, LIV, the number 2, XPLORE. That's the name of the channel at this point in time. LIV, the number 2, XPLORE. Okay, and it's a phonetic thing. Live to Explore. So I'm going to rename the channel at some point in time when I kind of zero in more on what it's going to be about. But go and go over there, check it out if you want to. There's not very much there. Some stuff from 2011 when I first opened up that channel. There's about four or five videos available. The one I did of Puget Sound to music. That was just that constant stream of Puget Sound to music. That's over there, and I moved that Dead Space opening scene with a copyright strike. It's not strike; it's a copyrighted, saying that I can't monetize it. That's over there too, and it has the same annotation. So I might go into my system and eliminate that picture, that section, and then re-upload it over there. But anyway, that channel's not monetized at all. I see no point in doing that at this point in time. So go check it out. I do have a few other things. Some time from a trip up in Malibu, Canada. There's a couple of videos up there of that. There's also just this little parade video. There's a couple of little things in there. But more and more is going to get uploaded over there as I do gaming videos. I'm going to put them over there. I'll let you know when I do. And so beyond that, hey, you have a great day. God bless. I got to get into work, but you have a good one.